Greetings, everybody. Welcome to day one of Transform and Thrive, our summer cooking series. I am Chef Beee, and I am so happy that you have taken the time to check out our cooking series and some of our offerings today. My goal in this cooking series is to share with you some very simple summer plant-based recipes that you all can use in your kitchen. And we also will be sharing with you how to incorporate essential oils in your food preparation as well, okay? So today what I wanted to do is I wanted to make some summer tacos, but we're going to be using butter lettuce, all right? We're gonna be using butter lettuce. And we're just going to make this taco mixture just really wonderful. It's gonna be a vegan chicken salad that's gonna go inside of the butter lettuce. All right, so the lettuce wraps are the in thing right now. It's very light, it's very filling, and it definitely keeps the calories down from you. All right, so let me just show you what we have happening here. Right, so we have, I'm going to show you here, we have some vegan chicken. This is basically a product that I love. It's actually called corn. It's a non-GMO organic product, and it's a really nice substitute for chicken, right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to cut it up into small bite-sized pieces, and I'm gonna add it to a bowl. All right, so I have this little bowl over here that you might see off to the side that I'll be adding the different things that I chop up. I'm gonna add it to that bowl. Now, this particular product that I'm using, it used to be an egg-based product. They used to use egg whites to make this. And then they made it completely vegan, and I absolutely love it. And the reason why I love it is because I love the texture. Now, this mycoprotein that they use, it is wonderful. It has a really good taste. And they also incorporate in here some pea protein as well, all right? So I'm just gonna actually take these and I'm gonna just give it a rough chop like this, just so that we can save on some time, all right? So this is our vegan chicken, giving this a rough chop. It's already flavored, so there's really no need to add in a whole bunch of sodium, right? We want to kind of keep this light, fresh. We don't want to overdo it with, adding a bunch of salt to our food, all right? So we're going to put this here, okay? And I'm going to show you how I've cut this up and what it looks like inside of our bowl, all right? So this is it. So we have that in, all right? We have that in, so that's gonna go there. All right, so that's off to the side. Now the next thing I'm gonna use here are some celery sticks. So I love celery. I love the crunch of celery. When you think of summer, I don't know about you, but when you think of summer, you think of celery. Okay. Celery has sodium cluster salts in there. People love to juice it. I know I love to juice celery in the morning. And it's really nourishing for the body, getting a lot of hydration when you use celery. But it also gives your food this wonderful savoriness. It's pretty incredible. So this is a wonderful addition. Anytime you're making like a chicken salad or, vegan chicken salad, people usually often add in celery to remind us of the flavor of what we're missing. But celery reminds us of the savoriness that we're missing from our foods. So one of the things I want you to think about is, when you're eating plant-based, I know there's so many options out there now. Some people are a little intimidated by plant-based foods, and you really don't need to be, right? You really don't need to be intimidated, because ultimately Plant-based is, most of the foods that you eat is plant-based. People don't think about that, but most of the foods that you eat is plant-based, right? We're now adding in some pepper, okay? So I'm going to show you how to cut this pepper. You basically just make like a little, you make it into a sheet, like so, and then break it down, right? Like so. So eating plant-based doesn't have to be intimidating. You just need to have some good recipes under your belt. And once you have some good recipes under your belt, as they say, you're Gucci, okay? I'm gonna show you what this looks like over here. So you can see that. There you go, you can see that. So I'll leave it there so we have some space. So we have the peppers going in. So when I think of summer recipes, I think of a lot of color. I think of a lot of foods that have water because we're outside a lot of the time. We want to stay hydrated. We also want foods that have a fresh crunch. And so this particular dish will give us all of that. Okay, a lot of fresh ingredients, a lot of herbs, and just a lot of really great textures as we prepare it. And just really, really nice for the summer. Okay. We're also going to be using, in addition to the herbs, we're going to be using some essential oils. And the essential oils are going to really support us in our, in our flavoring of the food, but then also we get some really great benefits in using the essential oils. All right. So we're going to put that here. Okay. And I'm just cutting up the rest of these. And we're going to drop those in. All right, so we have our peppers in, we have our celery in, show you this. We have the chicken in, looks so good already. And now what we're gonna add in, we're gonna add in a tomato, okay? So I have a vine ripened tomato. I'm actually gonna pull out a different knife for the tomato because tomato skin, sometimes it's a little tough to cut through that skin without mushing up the tomato. So I'm using a serrated knife for this and cutting it down, breaking them down. I don't want to use a whole lot of tomato in this. Okay, I want to just add a little bit of tomato again. It's going to provide us with some liquids, right? Some beautiful color, all of that goodness. Right, so I'm going to use just a little bit more tomato. Okay, a little bit more tomato like this. And we're going to add this into it. So as I do this, whenever I'm building a recipe, I always like to talk about and think about, well, what is in season, right? I want to never forget that because eating in season, particularly in the South, we live here in Atlanta, we have options. We have some really great options as it relates to our foods. We can source our foods from local farmers and we can get really wonderful produce that's in season. So now what we're adding in here is some mango. Okay? And this mango is ripe and ready to go. Super good. So what I like to do is score. Then I'll cut around the mango like this. I'll cut around. And then I take a spoon, right? Take a spoon and I'll scoop out all of the goodness. Okay? All of the goodness. So, let me cut some of this up. So yummy, yummy, yummy. And then I'm going to cut the other side of our mango. Like that. What's your favorite kind of mango? I love these nice, juicy mangoes that come available in the summer. Mangoes are just so awesome, right? Like, you can't, like, there's just certain foods that are just summer, and mangoes is definitely one of them, right? So we have that in, put that off to the side. Now we're gonna add in a little bit of parsley, okay? Not much, but a little bit of parsley. And parsley is a wonderful, it gives you a lot of energy, a wonderful herb that you incorporate into your food. You want to make sure that you're bringing in as much parsley as possible into your diet. It's really good for raising your energy levels. All right. So we're giving this a nice chop. This is going to go in as well, like so. And so we have this in. All right. Put that there so you can see. So we now have some of these things coming together. The next thing I'm going to add in here is some avocado. This is going to be such an awesome salad. Going to go into our butter lettuce. So yummy. Now, one of the things that I really like to talk to people about is being mindful of their oil. So you really don't need a whole lot of oil, right? We think we do, but we don't. The fat that's inside of this avocado is going to give you all the oil that you need. Okay. So you have that in, that's one half. And then we're going to do the other half. Okay. We're going to do the other half here. And then we're going to, it's nice and ready today. It's a perfect avocado. Bam. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to also add in a little bit of red onion. Not much. A little piece. I find that whenever I'm making anything like salad related, let's show you what this looks like. Push that back. Anything I'm making salad related, I always like to add in a little bit of red onions. And the reason why is the red onions just gives it a beautiful color, but then it really helps to round off the flavor as well. So we got this in. Boom. It's gonna go in. Okay. And then we'll cut in the other half. Love red onions. So yummy. Actually, it's really good. It's an antifungal, also antiviral. So it's very good for you. Garlic, all those things. Garlic, onions, super wonderful for you. And so I'll bring that over here so you can see. Okay, we got all this goodness right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to also add to this is a tahini sauce that I made. Okay, so the tahini sauce that I made was made with, and I'll show you this. It's made with tahini dressing. Just add that in. It's made with tahini dressing, a tahini paste, some lemon juice, smoked paprika, garlic, and some, I think, some cashews in there. And so we're just going to mix that up. So this is like that's kind of like my mayo. Okay. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. Already. Gorgeous. I'm excited. This looks so beautiful already, y'all. So, I'm not done. I just wanted to get that going. I'm going to add in two things. So I'm going to add in some lemon essential oil. Lemon essential oil is a really beautiful cleanser for the body. Right? So we can add in do 3 drops. Okay, and it gives this beautiful brightness. I'm also going to add in 1 drop of cilantro. Now, cilantro can be very strong, so we're just going to use 1 drop. Just 1. And be real careful with that 1 drop. And then you want to make sure that you incorporate everything well. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do, I like to use fresh herbs, but then I also like to cook with the essential oils because it just enhances the flavor tremendously. Just so good. Okay. It's just amazing how it just punches the flavor. Okay. So let me taste this and see where we at. Yummy. All right. Yum, yum, yum. This is so good. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Notice we didn't add any oil. A very nice fresh flavor. Okay. You have that in. So I'm going to actually add in, I have a little bit of nutritional yeast. So we're just going to do like maybe one tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Like so. Stir it in. This gives it, I notice it kind of gives it a really nice depth of flavor. Definitely gives it a cheesy flavor. This is optional. If you don't like nutritional yeast, you do not have to use that. You can leave it out. But I love the depth of flavor that it gives it. Let me taste. So good. I'm going to also add in, that's just good. I'm good. We don't need to add anything else to this. All right. Now, I'm going to get my lettuce, my butter lettuce. Okay. I'm going to get maybe like 3 leaves. So let's move this to the side so you can see. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 leaves. Okay, so we have that. And I'm gonna put that here. This is the second one. And this is the third one. Super yummy, super delicious. Okay. Super dope, y'all. We have our beautiful butter lettuce wraps or tacos or whatever you want to call them. Okay. I'm going to put this here for you to see. And then we're going to also add in a little bit of fresh, I'm going to cut in some fresh basil to just dress on top. Give it a nice color. Just put that on. Because that's the other thing that's really popping in the summer, and that's basil. Okay. So let's see. Yes. Pretty. Super pretty. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to try one of these wraps. So good. It's so light, refreshing, simple. crunchy. Mm. Mm. And it's delicious. So this is our first dish. So we're calling these our summer chicken salad wraps. We made these with beautiful butter lettuce, a chicken substitute, avocados, tomatoes, peppers, celery, mangoes. Oh boy, some parsley, fresh thyme, and you added in a little bit of cilantro and lemon essential oils. We also added in red onions. Very light, very yummy, very delicious. And I hope that you like this recipe. I hope you try this recipe. It's really wonderful. We'll be back here for day 2 of our series so that you guys can, try your recipe. You can try the second one. For those of you who are interested in learning more about how to prepare these wonderful plant-based meals, we have the Transform and Thrive culinary program and coaching program. And you'll be learning things like this. And we'll talk more about the culinary program at the very, very end of the series. But for now, stay tuned to day 2. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to try this particular recipe to tell me what you get. All right. So until we see each other for day 2, you guys take care and stay well.